In 1910, John "Jammy" Reynolds became famous in New York City for his fearless building climbs. Known as a human fly, he amazed crowds by scaling tall buildings without any safety equipment. His daring feats symbolized the growing fascination with urban stunts and extreme challenges in the early 20th century. However, his luck ran out when he attempted one of his most dangerous climbs. Tragically, he fell to his death during a stunt in 1911, serving as a grim reminder of the risks thrill-seekers faced. His story remains a captivating but cautionary tale of human ambition and daring. Paul Cornu, a French bicycle maker and engineer, made history in 1907 by designing and flying the world's first manned helicopter. Despite having no formal aviation training, Cornu experimented with rotary wing flight, using a unique twin-rotor design. His helicopter, powered by a 24-horsepower engine, achieved a brief flight of about 20 seconds, reaching a height of 1.5 meters, 5 feet. Though the flight was unstable, it was a monumental step toward vertical flight. Cornu's pioneering work laid the groundwork for future helicopter advancements, influencing aviation long after. In 1896, a remarkable and historic moment occurred when a horse was lifted out of a mine using a specially designed hoisting mechanism. This event gained attention as it highlighted the ingenuity of mine workers and engineers during that era. The horse, which had been trapped deep within a mine, was rescued using ropes and pulleys in an effort to save its life. This event stands as a testament to the resourcefulness and human compassion of the time, as animals were often relied upon for labor in mines. The successful rescue made headlines, showcasing the innovative techniques used to tackle such unique challenges in mining operations. Sergeant John Parks was a U.S. tank commander during World War II, who became famous for his extraordinary bravery and leadership in 1944. He commanded a Sherman tank during intense battles in Europe, playing a significant role in the Normandy landings and subsequent campaigns. Parks' tactical skills and courage helped his unit navigate through dangerous enemy territory. He was involved in key battles such as Operation Cobra and the liberation of France. His leadership in the face of overwhelming odds earned him a Silver Star and the respect of his peers. Parks's legacy lives on as a symbol of the bravery and resilience of soldiers during World War II. His actions demonstrated not only his tactical expertise, but also his unwavering commitment to his comrades and his country. His story is a testament to the power of courage under fire in the most perilous of circumstances. Bobby Leach was the second person to survive going over Niagara Falls in a barrel in 1911. His daring stunt brought him worldwide fame. However, ironically, despite surviving one of the most dangerous feats of his time, Bobby Leach's death came years later, in a much less dramatic way. He slipped on an orange peel in 1926 and died from complications of the injury. This bizarre end to his life highlighted the unpredictable nature of fate, making his story even more memorable. Leach's life became a symbol of both courage and the randomness of fate. In 1895, leprosy was a feared and misunderstood disease, often leading to the isolation of its victims. Known for causing severe skin lesions, nerve damage, and disfigurement, the disease was stigmatized, with patients sent to remote colonies. Medical advancements were limited, and many believed it to be incurable. At the time, misconceptions and fear overshadowed scientific efforts. It wasn't until the 20th century that effective treatments, such as multidrug therapy, MDT, were developed, allowing patients to recover and reintegrate into society. The struggles of leprosy victims in 1895 highlight the social and medical challenges of the past. Alphonse Bertillon, 1853 to 1914, was a French criminologist who revolutionized police work by developing the Bertillon system, an early method of identifying criminals using precise body measurements. Before his innovation, Police relied on memory and unreliable descriptions to track criminals. In 1883, Bertillon introduced mugshots, the first standardized criminal photographs. He believed that combining front and profile pictures with detailed anthropometric measurements, such as head width, arm length, and ear size, would help authorities accurately identify repeat offenders. This method, known as Bertillonage, became widely adopted across Europe and America. However, by the early 20th century, fingerprinting proved more reliable and replaced Bertillon's system. Despite this, his concept of mugshots remains a key element in modern law enforcement. His work laid the foundation for criminal forensics, and his own mugshot, taken as a demonstration, symbolizes the birth of scientific policing. The original Madison Square Garden, built in 1879 at East 26th Street and Madison Avenue, was one of New York City's earliest and most iconic entertainment venues. It was originally a railroad passenger depot, repurposed into an event space by P.T. Barnum. The venue hosted boxing matches, concerts, and political rallies, becoming a major cultural hub. However, due to financial struggles and structural limitations, it was demolished in 1890 and replaced by a new Madison Square Garden at a different location. This marked the beginning of a legacy, with the modern-day Madison Square Garden, MSG, now standing as one of the world's most famous arenas. John Mainz, a German-American farmer, became a victim of mob justice during World War I in 1918. He was tarred and feathered by a group of local citizens in Nebraska for his refusal to support WWI bond drives, a key government initiative to raise funds for the war effort. Mainz, along with many other German Americans, faced intense pressure to show their loyalty to the United States during the war, even though he disagreed with the war bond campaigns. His act of defiance, considered unpatriotic by some, resulted in the violent mob attack, which involved covering him in hot tar and feathers, a humiliating and cruel form of punishment used to enforce conformity and loyalty to the country. The incident highlights the xenophobia and anti-German sentiment that were widespread during this time, particularly in the US. As many German Americans were targeted due to their ethnic background and perceived disloyalty, the event is often seen as an example of the intolerance and hysteria that gripped the nation during the war. In addition to this, it illustrates the power of mob mentality and the consequences faced by individuals who were perceived to challenge the dominant patriotic narrative during times of national crisis. The tar and feathering of Mainz became an example of how dissent was met with violence and public humiliation, reflecting the social tensions and divisions of the period. This event, while tragic, sheds light on the complex dynamics of war, ethnicity, and loyalty, reminding us of the harsh realities faced by those who were caught in the crossfire of national identity and public expectations.